Hey Sagittarius, welcome back guys. Sorry it's been a while since I've been on. I ain't been feeling too hot. We're going to get on it today. This reading's going to be for your general reading for May, starting out. And we're going to try something a little different here. I'm going to look at your past life and what your future holds. And we'll just go from there. So I'm going to start out with giving you my meditated messages first. And then we'll get on to your past life card. For your past life, I got that you could have been a mother in your past life. And I feel like you could have had a son that possibly kind of held back from you in your past. Basically, they told you what you want to hear. I feel like this energy, instead of, making any real offer to you in your past, they could have just moved on because they were afraid of conflict or fighting. I'm also getting the color green, so green means go, so maybe a significance to you. I'm also getting for your near future that you're going to be coming into union with someone from your past. This energy is going to hold back from you. You see how the pattern's going, right? Somebody here is going to hold back from you. This energy could be single. They could be very negative. They could have had a hard child life, and they could be resting and recovering from either a sickness or a breakup here. That's what I'm getting with that. So I'm going to start out with your past life card. The first one that I pulled that came out here was mother. So somebody here was a mother in their past life. And we're going to read up a little bit on the book. I know we know what mother means, but it just kind of goes into detail a little bit. I do not use these cards that much. It says this card indicates that your mother in this life was also with you in other lifetimes. This is actually a very common occurrence. The mother-child relationship is significant emotional and physical bond. If you enjoy a healthy and loving relationship with your mother in this lifetime, you were probably drawn together again because of your friendliness and fondness for one another. However, if your relationship has been challenging, this indicates a need to balance the karma through your forgiveness. It says, your feelings about your mother are directly related to your ability to manifest abundance. As mother energy is all about receiving, if you have blocks with your mother, you have most likely developed control issues that prevent you from receiving help from others or from the universe. So this card asks you to do more personal work concerning your mother. At this time, you may wish to add a past life regression as to other techniques or therapeutic methods, it says. So that's the past life. I'm going to pull a few cards on it before we get to your future and see what's in store for you. So if you guys like this, give me a thumbs up, and I'll try to maybe do a monthly reading because obviously I'm not going to hit everyone out there. So hope you guys are having a great week. It's quite chilly here today. It's cold out. Windy and cold. Feels like fall, actually. So let's see what we can get. What do we have for Sagittarius or a past life? More for Sagittarius. Yeah, this is where we, this is what I got when I meditated here, too. We have the Knight of Cups coming in. On the bottom, we have the Four of Pentacles. So someone here held back from making any kind of, they didn't go above and beyond to give more than they needed to give. You know what I mean? So somebody here held back in the past. Could, if you were a mother in your past, maybe you held back, or maybe your son held back in the past year. So there wasn't much give and take here in the past. Somebody here held back. They made a decision to just hold back from the situation. Whether they didn't agree with you, they didn't see eye to eye with you, whatever this is, someone here decided to hold back from a situation here in their past life. You know, this energy could have been in their head a lot. They could have suffered from anxiety, panic attacks back then as well. And it could have caused a lot of opportunities to end for this energy. Instead of taking, you know, the action that they needed to, they chose to just hold back out of fear of creating more pain and you know, more hardships. So, what else for Sagittarius past? Alrighty. You know, I feel like somebody here in the past, your past life, was manifesting here to possibly come in with an offer. It could be an apology as well. We do have a fire sign coming at the bottom here. Your energy's coming in with the Page of Cups. So you were manifesting possibly making an offer or possibly offering an apology in your past life. You know, you had a lot of important decisions to make. You know, when it came to holding back, I feel like you kind of weighed your pros and cons here as to whether you would actually, you know, give anything to a situation or to hold back from a situation. And I feel like this could have been more towards, it could have been because of a father figure, or it could have been because of the father maybe wearing the pants in the house. You know, this energy that you were dealing with could have been very toxic and abusive in the past. And so this could be as to why, you know, you kept a closed, you kept your mouth closed, basically, and as far as having children did too, because you could have been dealing with a father figure here that was quite abusive in the past. That kind of, I feel like, wore the pants in the house, so it made it challenging here to have any kind of wish fulfillment, possibly with this energy, because it could have been a lot of fighting, you know. So what else for Sag? Yeah, I feel like it took a lot of strength out of you in your past life, Sagittarius, because you did have a wish fulfillment here, but however, I feel like you didn't feel like you could, you know, say anything here because it would create conflict, you know, with the Five of Wands. So I feel like somebody here just kept their emotions to themselves, their feelings to themselves, is what I'm getting. And it created a lot of missed opportunities in your past life because of this. I feel like in your past life you could have experienced even your mother. You could have, trying to get the card, it fell across the room here. You could have experienced your mother possibly go through a lot of things themselves. You could have even experienced a death in your past. You could have been there when your mother actually passed. You know what I mean? And you have the High Priestess coming in, so you could have had possibly a mother figure in your past here that was very intuitive energy, as well as you could be, you know, quite intuitive as well. But I feel like because of the beliefs that were different there in the past, even though this energy could have been quite intuitive, they didn't dare to speak their truth here, I feel like, because you know, they feel like it could have created conflict, because back in the day, you know, that wasn't something that was possibly heard about a lot, you know. I feel like this energy in your past here was confused a lot about what they could actually come out and say, or what they actually had to hold their tongue on, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I said you were dealing with someone here that was quite abusive. Could have been a father figure as well here that was quite abusive, and I feel like it kept somebody here on guard at all times as to whether they could take that leap of faith or not. We have the Nine of Wands and the Fool coming at the bottom, so this energy, you know, was felt like they had to be on guard at all times here. They didn't know, when it was the appropriate time to be able to come forward on things, whether it was to say something or do something. They didn't know, basically, within a family dynamic, somebody here may not know what their place was, or they didn't know where they stood, basically, as far as to come forward and say anything. So that's what we got with the past life. Let's go with the future one. Here now we have got Oracle cards. It says you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So somebody here could be a reader. They could be a medium, a psychic, in the near future here. So you have an affinity for working with Oracle cards, and they speak to you as whispers from the angels. This card comes to you as a validation of the thought you've had of incorporating Oracle readings into your career. You could give readings as a full-time occupation where you offer guidance and advice to answer clients' questions, or you may incorporate card readings as an aspect of your healing profession. For instance, by using the words on the front as a focal point as you begin your sessions. Oracle cards can also give you personal guidance that can boost any career path. So somebody here could be a medium, a psychic, or just an energy that's quite intuitive. So what do we have for Sagittarius' future? We have something that's coming in divine timing that you're going to have to make some sort of an important decision on here. You're going to have to decide whether you're going to walk away, Sag, or if you're actually going to fix something here. If you're going to, it's kind of like a regeneration. If you're going to break the pattern, what kind of a decision are you going to make? You're going to decide to walk away, or are you going to try to take action? This is your choice with the Page of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Am I going to take action, or am I going to walk away from this situation? I think somebody here, may be looking at trying to break a generational curse of something that has been possibly reoccurring, Yeah, because there's been a lot of missed opportunities here to have equal give and take. And I feel like it's because somebody here could feel like someone's being sneaky with them when it comes to communication. Yeah, the challenge here is going to be, this challenge is going to be in the near future, is going to be all about commitment. And it's going to be with 3 people. What kind of commitment are you going to, establish with these 3 people in the near future? Yeah, because I feel like it's not just been with one family member here where there's cycles that's ended. There's been with more than one energy. That cycles have completed themselves out here with several family members. Is what I'm feeling. Yeah. And I feel like that, you could be feeling very lonely about the situation because you do care and love your, love your family. I feel like, but I feel like someone here is going to have the strength. To decide whether to reconcile or not, or to just walk away and choose the easier path with just possibly walking away from things. Yeah, because it's showing that right now you could be feeling stuck here. You're not sure what to do with this situation. Now you have the karmic wheel here, so it's going to be turning in your favor, Sag, to change the situation. Basically, you might be banishing a what do you call it, generational curse. I mean, what you did in your past life, maybe your mother did in their past life. You know what I mean? You don't know. So it may be about just about having the courage to, turn the other cheek. Yeah, I feel like you could be dealing with another fire sign yourself here. That's feeling stuck here. You know what I mean? If this energy could be resting and recovering, and could be from an addiction. Somebody here could be giving up an addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, smoking, whatever it is. Someone's giving up some sort of an addiction, and they're saying this is going to come in divine timing. And I feel like it's this energy that you want to pursue, because your energy's coming in saying you're feeling stuck, towards this other fire sign that's resting and recovering here. Yeah, I feel like you're possibly wanting to speak your truth to this energy. They could be feeling just as stuck as you are about making an offer, for a commitment. I feel like we have two very stubborn energies, and neither one of you are budging. You're definitely dealing with another fire sign here. Someone here is going to make some important decisions because there's been a lot of conflict and betrayal, and it has to do with, coming into union. Whether you guys can work past this or not. Yeah, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Sun coming in. So there has been a betrayal in this situation for the near future for coming into union here. Someone here is very closed off to this, possibly about this union. With that Four of Pentacles, and your energy's coming right in. So here we are. This is you there, Sag. We're talking about you. You've been very closed off with the Four of Pentacles, And it's towards a mother figure with the Emperor. So this could be your mother. Somebody here's been very closed off. I feel like this mother here wants to take action because they have a wish fulfillment. But they're in their head about this situation too, So you guys are both kind of mirroring each other. So anything else? Yeah, they're saying there's going to be some sort of a missed opportunity here with the Four of Cups. Because there's burdens and challenges here when it comes to communication. Yeah. Yeah, you got the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Wands here. That's going to create this missed opportunity. There's definitely a communication barrier as far as this goes. Someone's right in their head about this as to, coming forward and being the bigger person and saying, can we just, lay everything out on the table and work through each problem, one problem at a time? Can we do this? Someone here is highly stuck in their head about it, Yeah, there's a lot of indecision here about coming in and making any kind of an offer. So let's see what Spirit has for you, Sag, and what advice that Spirit can give you. Thing is we can't take back things, you know what I mean? We can try to work through things and fix things, Sagittarius, but if you wait too long, if somebody's gone, you can't fix it after they're gone, right? So that's something that, you got to look at, like even for myself, I've never had a real good relationship with my mother, and now that she's gone, I look at things and that I'm older and I'm matured, I'm be like, I wish I would have asked my mother this, or I wish I would have asked my mother that. I can't ask my mother because she's gone. You know what I mean? So that's things that you have to look at when you make decisions when you're too fearful to come forward. What is Spirit's advice with this? Spirit's advice here is to stop yourself from being in hostage, thinking the worst of the worst. You've gone through your healing as well here, Sagittarius. You've had to heal from situations as well. And sometimes you've had to do it by yourself. So you've been healing here as well from this situation. And even though this mother figure, could be your mother here, could be feeling stuck, I feel like a lot of times this energy here is getting some sort of epiphany here about, working on things, or they may be dreaming about this even. And it's because that this energy has a wish fulfillment to work things out here. To not keep going with the same thing that's always happened. And we have your energy coming in with the Hangman, and I feel like you want to do this too. You both have a wish fulfillment to work things out. Yeah, I feel like this mother figure possibly wants a victory, because you know what I mean. There's been a lot of hurts on both ends. Maybe you're both in the wrong. There is a wish fulfillment here to work things out. That you just gotta let dead dogs lie, right? You gotta talk about it and put it in the past and leave it there where it belongs. Is in the past. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, it's all about having more give and take with that Six of Pentacles. And I feel like this is on both parties. I feel like this mother figure would like to come in and make a small offer, at least something to break the ice here, I feel like, and be able to come into union, for that wish fulfillment. Somebody here is closing themselves off and not making any attempt to do this, and this is part of a family dynamic. It's not just with this energy, it's with family in general. That's the go-to, to close yourself off, when someone here actually just needs to come out and speak their truth with this King of Swords. And discuss all these burdens and see if things can be worked out. Never know unless you try, right? With the progress, you never know unless you try. So let's get you some towels and we'll close this reading. That one's wanting to come on its own now, so. Quite a few. So, okay. I'm going to take this one that popped out on its own. We have Sugar Daddy coming in. Sugar Daddy! We've also got luck coming in. So you got luck on your side, Sagittarius. You guys just got to take the initiative, right? We do have a storm warning. Lightning bolt coming in. Storm warning. You got the letter L coming in. So somebody with the L in their name. Larry, Lonnie, Lucy, somebody with an L in their name. You got the letter M coming in, number 3. Somebody with an N. You've also got no coming in. And you do have the moon. So, things that you can't see, right? With the moon. You've got law coming in. So somebody here could get law enforcement involved, or they could be in a job where they have to work for the law. And we do have water here. So whatever's coming up is going to cause a lot of emotions. It's going to cause a lot of waves, right? So that's what I have for you, Sag. If it resonates, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you folks later.